fight, never flight, but I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know you have to only go for broke. You look good, but act just like a hoe. You look good, but I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. I really can't stress this enough. I always gotta keep it at a buck. I rather have money than lust, but I'ma look twice if she got a big butt. I have a hard time with trust. Hard time love is a new fine drive. It's okay, I'ma fill my cup. It's okay, I'ma still turn up. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing. I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. Why don't you just pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, the berry wine. I love the dancing, I love the night.
Hey guys, oh my God. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Grown Talk with God. This is like my revamp show. This is like my show, like getting back into everything. A lot of you know by now I had a baby.
Oh, really? We didn't.
I did.
Oh,
You know what?
shit. Congratulations.
You know, it's crazy because I still got dudes and they feel this right now. Like on Facebook, Instagram. I didn't know you had a baby. I didn't know you was pregnant. Listen, I tell everybody, watch my show. There was no hiding it. And even now, I got like this whole Betty Boop thing going on from breastfeeding, which I do exclusively. Shout out to me, you know.
I ask you a question. Now,
Yes.
have you fed all your kids?
Yes.
Is there, because, you know, this is your field, so I got to ask for, you know, men who don't know and other people, the benefits of breastfeeding compared to, for those who, I understand for those who can't, just understand it, but for those who can and they don't, or they're unsure about situations, the benefits of breastfeeding to doing the powder.
Okay. So,
What's good, Michelle?
hey, Michelle.
Drunko. Sorry. Had to throw that in there.
Sorry. Hey. All right. So when you breastfeed your baby, all of the antibodies in my body that I have, my piece of my immune system, a lot of the foods that I eat that are the healthiest, go directly to the baby, as opposed to with the powdered milk. It's artificial. You know, it's made up from, you know, whatever they use to make a powdered milk. You're not getting antibodies in that, you know, but in some cases it's the only way, you know, for babies to be able to eat. So that's what mothers give. I have the breast milk. I can pump like 8 ounces of milk out of one titty at a time. I've been like, I got this shit. I lost 27 pounds, guys.
Congratulations.
In 3 weeks.
Congratulations.
27 pounds. If I wasn't dressed like crazy, I swear to God, I'd show you. But from the way I'm looking, all right now. I'm trying to get there.
So, for those individuals that have a working, those women that have working lives or careers, are there things like, pumping on the side? Like, how can they still work and still, produce, breast milk to make sure the child is still, nourished?
Okay. So the way my
What up, D Holla?
the way my breast pump is set up, you suck, like you put them directly on the breast.
So you got the extra large pumps.
I got the extra large, and you like actually just stick them on, and they hang down, and they collect the milk while you doing whatever. You can wash dishes, you can cook dinner.
No, I understand that
And
part, but I'm saying like for those like, okay, how long is breast milk allowed to stay in a bottle? How fast from you pumping it from your breast does it have to be refrigerated? For those working women who are kind of like unsure, like I want to get back out there, I want to start working again,
Right.
But I still want to make sure my child is nourished.
Right. 4 hours at room temperature. In the refrigerator is good for 7 days, and the freezer is good for 6 months.
Oh,
And the deep freezer is good for a year.
a freezer?
Yeah, you can freeze breast milk.
How do you defrost that?
Right now, the breast milk bags are thin enough so that if you put them in water, it'll thaw out automatically. You're gonna see.
You don't want to put it. You don't want to put it in like boiling hot ass water. You just want to put it in like maybe lukewarm or maybe warm and let it defrost.
Let
naturally.
it defrost naturally.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But to get back to the first question about the whole antibody thing,
D Holla said, "Dan, that's a lot of milk." Okay.
yeah, I do really, really good. But to get back on that, the antibodies that I talk about are the most healthiest for fighting, diseases and colds and stuff.
Right.
I have other children, and they, like God forbid if they get sick, if they make me sick, my antibodies will actually give my baby the cure for what I have, so to keep him healthy.
Beautiful.
So that's another benefit.
Okay.
To breastfeeding. That and it's cheaper than having to go out and buy formula if you're not on any type of government assistance programs. But I have it, and I always make sure that I have enough for him. And he was born 7 pounds 6 ounces, and I tell you what, he's already 10 pounds, and he's only 3 weeks old. So he's doing really, really good. He's doing really good.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the benefits. But before my show, well, it's weird. He was born on March 8th, and that was actually a Friday morning. And I normally start prepping for my show like the Wednesday before. I go into like full labor by Thursday, and knew like right before my show that I wanted to next show you guys some of my maternity pictures, which I have. We'll put them up for you guys to see. It was supposed to have been 2 weeks ago that I had these on the show to show you guys, because Truth was saying that I didn't bring any of my maternity pics.
But you didn't. No, don't tell me I didn't say. Like, you brought a photo you took with your camera.
Zuri had,
and then you had all those, paid for, professionalized photos.
Zuri had just taken them, and he had just sent them to my email, but we didn't have time to get those up and on the show, So, if you
Good.
wanna-
Oh, good. Oh, good.
If guys, and I'm actually enjoying my very first drink here after giving birth, which will be in my breast milk, which will hopefully help the baby sleep tonight.
That's fucked up.
I'm kidding.
No shit.
I'm kidding.
I know you got to. I don't know how long does the alcohol stay in there though.
It does, and like say for instance, you have something. The best way to put it is to put it in like percentages. If you're drinking 100% of something, about 3% of it goes into your breast milk. And with alcohol, because it is alcohol, it's less than that. It's only 2%. So, this will be in like probably my next batch of breast milk. I'll pump it, dump it, and then start from fresh. So he'll be all right.
Okay.
But I want to show them my pictures from my maternity, if we can show them those.
Absolutely.
And again, Zuri Williams did my photo shoot for my maternity pics. That's the little logo over in the corner. You can find them on Instagram. This is Zuri Shop. or on Facebook under Zuri Williams if you're interested in any type of maternity shoots or just any type of photo shoots or whatever. But this is the second shoot he did for me. He did my shoot with me with the roses in the water, my first lingerie shoot too. So I was 100% comfortable with wearing a completely see-through sheer ass dress that basically showed everything. It was the most goddess-like to me, you know, when I thought about it. And at that time, I decided I was going to go straight blonde from now on because that's goddess to me. That's goddess-like. This is one of my absolute favorites. This was, I mean, on top of my dress being white and blue, this was my way of letting everybody know that I was having a boy. You know, we took these pictures in Paramus in the woods somewhere, and we were looking everywhere for deer, making sure bear weren't in the trees and stuff. Idealistically,
Oh, you said bear in the trees, sir.
idealistically, this shoot was supposed to have been taken with snow on the ground. That was my vision. I got the white dress because we were thinking February 23rd. There's definitely gonna be some fucking snow on the ground, and we ended up getting the snow very next weekend after the shoot.
So you think about rushing back out there, anything like that?
Nah, it was too late by then. I couldn't fit the dress anymore. I tried. At that point, I really, really did try. But I couldn't fit it anymore. But it was a nice shoot, and we had a good time. What are you doing? Yo, he's throwing me off. Yo, you gotta love it, man.
I can't help myself.
Y'all don't see it, I see it.
Always,
Y'all don't see
always.
it. Was there one more pic?
Yes, there is.
Before I get into why I have one eye. Oh, this is one of my favorites, the side picture. So you can see how grotesquely huge I was not too long ago. And, it's my little sash there said it's a boy. It was cute. You got the trees the way they are in the background. It was a nice day, nice shoot. So again, shout out to Zuri Williams. Very good job, my friend, on my maternity pics.
No, they definitely beautiful. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you. All right, so just real quick, a couple of shows ago, I was telling you guys how my eye had been like extremely fucked up. So I found out after I had the baby that I actually ended up having a stroke while I was pregnant. Yes. This is the crazy thing. You remember you gave me the drops for my eyes? This is how far back this goes. In my 31st week of pregnancy, at some point, I had a full stroke. But instead of it going to my brain, it went into my eye, and it shot a blood clot into my right eye.
What did the doctor say?
I had to go to my regular routine doctor because then they had to find out, they were testing me for lupus, why is she shooting clots. They, ran all type of blood thinning tests on me to find out what was going on. Oh my God, emergency. I think I'm dying for a couple of days. Everything comes back okay. Basically, what caused this stroke was the spike in my cholesterol while I was pregnant. My cholesterol went from 172 to 316 in 9 months. So I lost weight, but I built a cholesterol that then shot a blood clot to my eye and caused me to have 65% vision. So not only am I a new mother, I'm half blind. Shout out. And a lot of times, I can't see out of the right eye. So you'll see me blink it or whatever, trying to get it back into focus. Ship me someplace else. Trust away. But I have faith that I'll be okay one day. And I still look good with
Oh, I
makeup.
forgot to upload that one photo.
Which one?
Your what's the name one? I'm gonna upload it. Don't worry.
All right. So then I had Cairo on March 8th, and I have pictures of him.
You want to do what it is? Oh, you want to give it a second?
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't
Give it
matter.
a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give us 30 seconds. Hold on for a second. Be right back.
We got it.
fight, but I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know you have to only go for broke. You look good, but act just like a hoe. You look good, but I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. I really can't stress this enough. I always gotta keep it at a buck. I rather have money than lust, but I'ma look twice if she got a big butt. I have a
All right.
All right, here goes.
Cairo.
Now the name. Where did the name come from?
Okay,
How did
so
it come about?
I have a daughter named Paris, and I have a son named London, and I have another son named Jordan, and another son named Cayman. So now I have Cairo.
It just hit. I'm that slow. All right.
I got the United Nations. Yo, you know what? Yes, my face was fully made. Yes, I had my makeup done. Yes, I had just pushed this 7-pound, 4-ounce baby out of my vagina and looked amazing for pictures. Cairo was born on March 8th. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, 19.5 inches long. Good baby. I
Now,
tell you.
how long was the labor and everything?
Okay, I went into labor Thursday morning about 3 a.m. and labored all day on Thursday. Went to the hospital like 6 o'clock on Thursday night and ended up having Cairo 11 a.m. So, shit, my labor was about 17 hours. But
Compared to your other kids, like how was it, like, faster, longer?
well, 3 pushes and Cairo was out.
Okay.
I also had an 11-pounder.
Oh,
So once you can have an 11-pounder vaginally, a little 7-pounder is just gonna pop right out, no problems. But that's exactly what he did. And everything was good. He's healthy, beautiful baby, and oh my God, he's adorable.
I just want to know what's up with the fist. Like, every time I see my man, he got his fist out, like,
Yeah.
he wants some problems or something, man.
You know what? He's a Pisces, and I already see he's gonna require a lot of fucking attention. I don't really know too many Pisces, but I know every time you put this little boy down, he screams. He screams, like he really screams. And then on top of that, he was born tongue-tied. So he had to have surgery on this past Tuesday. And he's been cranky since then. I've been keeping him like medicated on Tylenol and everything just to keep him comfortable, because you could see like where they had to burn the lining underneath the tongue, which would have caused speech problems and everything else when he got older. So we just decided to do it. I just didn't know the recovery was this bad.
Oh, this is a new experience for him and to him to have, pain like that.
Yeah.
Only thing he's really ever experienced was, through you, your umbilical cord, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, yeah. But he's adorable. He's got like the whole little
look
duck
at the
mouth.
hair,
Yeah.
Yeah, full head of hair.
Yeah, and you remember
Like,
all
he
that
got
heartburn?
like 5,000 teeth and stuff in his mouth.
Yeah, where the hell is the candy?
Huh?
I'm very upset. There's normally a bowl of candy sitting here. This baby ate candy, and he got it from you.
He ain't get it from me. Put that on me.
It was being supplied by you. Every Saturday, we had a bowl of candy sitting here, and I was
I don't
eating
mean to
it.
throw it at you, but that's the last one.
Yo, he saved it from him.
I ain't say I should just happen to be the
He
last
saved
one.
it. He saved it. But yeah, that's my thing with Cairo, and I love him to death. His full name is Cairo Delaney Jameson. Last name is Jones.
Okay.
He's a sweetheart. He's a good baby, and so far it's been a really good 3 weeks. I haven't gotten much sleep. If I ain't have this makeup on, you guys will definitely see the the craziness I had going on, like the whole real Kara's face and how she really looks like. It's crazy, but you know.
Well, I mean, they cry. It's what they do. They, go through what they go through. It's, just a wonderful experience all the way.
I'm ready to go out, man.
Super blessing and things like that.
I'm ready to go out.
Are you trying to kick him to the curb already? You just had him.
No.
You're supposed to be 12 weeks removed from, what's that word I'm looking at? 12 weeks removed from going out. I don't think you can actually handle going out.
Why? Yo.
Well, I mean, it's just like, somewhat of it's not a new experience, you know what I mean? But, would you know how to act? Like, would you leave the dance floor? Like,
No.
The whole entire night. Like, I remember seeing young ladies in clubs where, they've, boyfriends never let them come out. And now that they out, they pretty much dance with every individual in the club and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be me. That would be me. Listen, 9 months of pregnancy does a lot to somebody, yo. It does a lot.
It does sound like a long time.
It does a lot. Like, you're confined with a person in you, and you can't do nothing. I ain't even have sex, man. And then you got to do this 6-week bullshit. Like, it's taking too long.
In due time, you find the right person, it'll be worth the wait.
It's taking too long. But anyway, all right, guys. So, I was asked a question on Facebook. I didn't make it a topic because it was just a regular basic question. So I wanted to bring it to here, to you, to see what you guys think. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is sex to you in a relationship?
1 through 10?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Trying to see.
I'll give you my answer.
Okay, give me yours. What's
All
yours?
right. I say a 5. I'm dead stuck in the middle. I tell you why. And, maybe it'll make some sense once I explain. Sex isn't everything for everybody. Me, I prefer intimacy over sex. Sit and cuddle with me and hug with me. And I know that's not what you do because you're into like some crazy
that's
shit.
Still a form of sex, though,
It is not.
Cuddling, it is.
Intimacy. Like, let's do everything but have sex. That's more important. Like, show me the attention that I need. And guess what? It's going to turn me on to the point where I'm just like, good night.
Okay.
So it's an even 5 for me. If he has good sex, it's okay. I've also been in a relationship with men who, for years, that the sex was garbage. For 8 years, I was.
But then you wind up cheating on them. So I was like, I don't know if I could give you. I can't give you like points for that.
I
really.
had to cheat because the
Nah,
sex
I'm not
was
trying to hear
garbage.
that shit.
Yo, listen.
Then it just destroyed everything you just said with the whole 5 and stuff. No, I understand.
I gave him a solid 6 years.
Yeah, all right. I would have to say 10.
What?
It's very important. I think, unfortunately, in relationships, we appreciate that. Now, I'm not saying you got to have it every single day, all day, whatever, because, there's life. You work. Like me, I work, I go to school, and then I have my business. So it's different, but it is important. Like, you got to get it in when you can get it in. It's just not like, all right, I'm laying up with you. We pretty much together all day long, but we haven't had sex in like 6 months. So sex is very important. Because I understand you said the whole 5 thing, but then you destroyed the entirety by saying it was so bad that eventually you did step out. So, to you,
I gave him 6 years
I
out of
don't
8.
care if it was 500. The fact that you stepped means it wasn't what you truly wanted, or it wasn't what it didn't keep you home. And that's why I say, we settle and we try to find the best thing we can instead of finding the perfect peg for our hole.
It was more than that. He
It
was
could
dirty.
be.
He didn't like taking showers.
6 years? No, I'm sorry.
Listen,
Nah, you're not sleeping in my motherfucking bed. Shit ain't happening. No, we're not doing that.
he went through depression like after like 5 years.
They ain't got shit to do with soap and water.
He wasn't dirty the whole time, is
I
what I'm
don't go
saying.
fuck. It ain't got shit to do with soap and water.
And
You could be depressed while you in the shower. You could take the
we had
meanest,
already had 2 kids by then.
longest showers in the world, depressed in the water, singing "Woe is me," all that good shit. But nah, it's very important, and I think, unfortunately, when it comes to sex, I think we undersell it. To be honest with you, I think we don't really show how important it truly is.
Okay.
I think it's kind of undersold. No,
No,
because
it's
it is.
not
Because
that
it is. Because
serious.
I play this. A guy isn't trying to get your number because he wants to spoon with you. He really wants to make sure you have the greatest life possible. When a dude first trying to holler, it's because he's attracted to something he's seen, and yes, he wants to get physical. Now, depending on the individuals, yeah, they wind up turning to long-term relationships, and some are just like, all right, I nutted, I'm out. So it depends on the individual and the time and the day. Like, all that comes into the equation. So for me, 10. I think a lot of people try to, ain't that important. No, as long as you can be satisfied, that's
Listen.
all that matters.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the topic, but I had a friend reach out to me the other day who really wanted to talk to me on some serious stuff. Been friends 13 years. He said, listen, Kara. He said, I've been trying to get with you for 13 years, and you've never wanted to give me a shot. He says, but I want to tell you how it makes me feel when back in the day when we used to have sex, when you used to just get up and leave. And I've heard this from a few other guys
Right.
about myself.
You have a man's mentality.
Okay, does that maybe have something to do with the reason why?
No, I mean, like, again, it's the individuals you're dealing with. Unfortunately, it wasn't explained to them.
Is that
Hey,
man's
this is
mentality?
just.
I thought that was normal.
Well, no, it's not normal. I mean, because most women want to cuddle. They want to, spoon. They want to lay on your chest, or they want you to lay on theirs or their thighs, or whatever the situation may be. And most dudes, not saying, it's a long-term relationship or not. Like, when they finish, they just want to relax. They want to breathe, especially if they putting in work. You know what I mean? They need that. I need to recuperate. I didn't put in some work. You know what I mean? And others, go back to doing what you was doing. That don't mean it wasn't good. It just was like, all right, I did what I came here for. Now I need to go.
I mean, I was embarrassed after that, and I made a public apology on Facebook to anybody that I had ever slept with that felt that I violated them, and I'm gonna make a public announcement here on my show as well. Anybody who's watching who felt the way when I got up and left directly after sex, I thought it was normal. I'm sorry. All right. So, my Facebook topic. This was a good one. This got funny comments, which I expected it to. But I will tell you what sparked this discussion was I was on the phone with one of my friends, and he was telling me that he was messing with this Spanish girl. And I don't know if it's a Spanish girl thing. They, maybe they into that freak nasty shit. I know this is unheard of for me, and this would definitely be a deal breaker if anybody ever tried it. So I posted the question up on Facebook, and I asked, ladies, if your man spit on you like this during sex, would you mind or enjoy the freakiness? This ain't fucking freaky. This is this is nasty. Okay? Like,
Nah, I mean, like, I'm looking at when you posted it, I'm looking thinking it was Photoshop because, like, I don't know no motherfucker in his mind. Like, what dude other than the dude that has like phlegm would have that much fucking spit in his fucking mouth? Like, that's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of mucus right there. Like. And it's not like it's light. Like, that's some heavy ass shit. And then he still got a whole bunch in his mouth. So it's like, what the fuck was they doing? Like, this is some serious shit. And you know me, because I have issues. I'm looking around in the room and I see the TKO in the background and shit like that. I will say this. For those individuals who've asked people, because every woman has heard it, spit on it. Ugh. You know what I mean? For women who give head, and you know what I mean, they spit it back and then sop it back up. What's the difference?
Oh, yeah, I'm gagging. I'm sitting here with my stroke eye gagging, okay? That's nasty. Like, I can't stand when a nigga be like, yo, get nasty with it.
You've done it, though.
This shit is in my mouth right now.
Right, but you've done it. So that's what I'm saying.
I've tried, but that makes me gag.
From a standpoint, it's similar, ain't it? Like,
Yo,
if a girl has a gentleman, girl's going down on him, he's like spit on it, she spit, she sop it back up.
Oh, that's nasty, man.
I'm like, that nigga must have had the worst cold in the fucking world.
I don't even like sweat dripping on me in the summertime. Or anytime. When he's on top.
So you must ain't fucking no aggressive dudes. You must like all the work. Nah, I feel you.
That's the observation you get from that?
Well, no, you're saying like you don't want to fuck with a dude who sweat. And that nigga ain't doing no fucking work if he ain't sweating.
Maybe that's the problem.
Like, you supposed to be putting in work, nigga.
Listen, maybe that's been the problem all this time.
It might.
Shit.
They stop leaving them hole in the wall places and shit like that. I say this. One, she doesn't look like she's disgusted. It look like it's turning her on. And this is why I tell people, like, you have to know the person you with. And it's obviously that this individual young lady right here has absolutely no problem with it.
Yeah.
But then the shit's like in her nose. Like,
listen.
Oh my gosh.
In her mouth
these
open,
niggas this is love right here.
It can go ahead and just drip all in the mouth and everything too. Like
I'm wondering how it missed her mouth. Look how shit is all open. That nigga digging in her ass for real.
I hear Spanish girls like this, even though the girl in the picture
I've never heard a Spanish girl liking a nigga to spit on her like this. I understand like laying a chick on her stomach and digging in that ass, yeah. Cause she getting every centimeter of your shit. But to haul off, pull her head back, and spit on her, cause the nigga got mad spit on his hand. So obviously these are true two freaky motherfuckers.
I hear Spanish girls like this.
I've never heard of this shit before in my life.
From the conversation that I had with my friend, he was telling me that the Spanish girl he was engaging in sex with wanted him to spit in her mouth.
That's different.
So that's still nasty.
No, you're tongue kissing, you spitting in someone's mouth.
Ew. Yo, I don't kiss.
Nah, I haven't kissed in about 20 years. But it's just like, that's what I'm saying, like, any dude that like you, any people who engage in you know, French kissing, whatever it is, you're exchanging fluids.
Ew. Yo, I remember the last time I had a kiss like that. I think the reason why it turned me off to this day to kissing is because he wet the inside and all around my mouth so much. Maybe that's the reason why I don't kiss. I do miss kissing though. I was gonna make a Facebook post about it, but you know, I don't enjoy all of that. So, but to spit in my mouth, that's even, I don't like you'll see when I read the comments. Shout out to Tamara Silver. She was like, I don't even like a nigga spitting on the pussy. You know, and I get that's nasty.
I don't see. This is the thing that I love about like individuals. Like a chick can eat your ass, but she won't kiss you. Like she'll suck your dick, but she won't kiss you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that I don't like.
No, I'm just saying, like, look at like the things we'll do and the things we won't do, and a lot of times the things we won't do is far less horrible than the shit we do. Exactly. But I understand.
I don't have a problem with doing with kissing. I just would much rather kiss somebody that knows how to kiss, and it's turned me off since then.
No, I feel you. That's some nasty ass shit, nigga. Like,
You're not gonna spit in my mouth. But I think with him, he was blatantly spitting in this girl's mouth, and it was something that she enjoyed doing. She liked.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if you sucking toes and doing all kinds of shit, and remember, like, feet is some of the dirtiest shit in the world. You know what I mean? You know how many times we walk outside, then we come inside, we walk on our floors, and then we walk barefoot on our floors, and next thing you know, her toes in his motherfucking mouth. So it's just more lines of like there are a lot of more horrifying things we do out here
Right.
than, you know, a dude just spitting in her mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just like, you know, like I said, a girl goes down on a guy and then they kiss immediately. Or she goes down him and they kiss immediately.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
There are far worse things.
I used to like that because I like the way I taste personally.
Right.
You know, not to the point where no, but I, you know, like from a mouth, I just thought it was always sexy. But you know, there are people who enjoy stuff like this. You know, so I got some comments off my Facebook page from some of my very extremely freaky friends. Shout out to all of them. J. Eli Tablata. Shout out to Johnny. He's too much. He said that's some nasty ass shit. That's nasty. It is. Melissa Stewart. She said I'm fucking him up. Tony J. Williams. Where is he? Tony, where are you? Why aren't you watching your punk ass? He said there's levels of disrespect and spitting is always near the top of that list. Rodney Petty Monster Ellis said what kind of shit is going on here? Tamara. She said, girl, I'm going to jail. I don't even like when a nigga want to spit on the pussy. No way am I going for this bullshit. Chevy James laughed. He's so silly. Ray McRae said, so I saw this video. He said, I would do it, just not to my wife, but a hitter, yeah. What is a hitter?
Some chick you just ran off. You know what I'm saying? Here's the
Yo,
thing
you
about
know
that
what?
comment here. That means you want to do it, homie, and you would get turned
he said
on.
he would do it.
No, but that's the whole thing, and this is why I always tell people, like,
Ew.
your wife should be the one that does all the things.
That's just as bad as getting peed on, man.
People love that shit. And people who like to be shitted on, literally, like have them really just shit on their stomach or whatever. I'm serious, it's out there, and it's like I said, there are far worse things. And if this person say he'll do it to his side piece, but he won't do it to his wife, then he ain't really happy at home. Like, if you got to step out and do anything physical, that means something at home ain't right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, there are a lot of things that can be worked out with just communication, but then there's some things who can't.
See, I've left guys for dumb reasons, from what I've heard. You know, sometimes you can't communicate, so the best thing to do is to just go.
Well, I mean, a lot of times some people don't communicate because they don't want to hear that. They don't want to feel like they're the bad person, or they don't want to feel like they're the one. I mean, they're the, like, horrible person in it, you're a bad person or whatever. It's not meaning that. It's just more lines what I was saying, like, communicating may be, like I said, well, you know what, I didn't see it from that point of view, you know, and it'll open up. But, you know, to you, maybe it's like you didn't want to be the bad person, or, you know, you weren't at a point to where you can actually have that verbal conversation with someone and let them know that something bothered you or whatever the situation may be.
Okay. All right. Wilma, she said, nope. She said, I'm getting up and I'm leaving on one time. Mike Creed Black said that he wanted for McRae to send him the link to the video of the girl spitting. He asked dude to send him the link. And Anna Evans.
I mean, he into that shit. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yo, listen, Pornhub, and we'll get into that in a minute. I watched a lot of Pornhub at the end of my pregnancy. I tell you what, some of them pregnant women, they was moving, fucking 8, 9 months pregnant, and I was watching it because I wanted to see what I was missing out on. Anna Evans said, "Ew." Not too many people are with the whole spitting situation, but
I mean, it's everyone's cup of tea, you know. Like, one of these guys on YouTube or whatever, they start this thing where they'll walk around different malls or different situations, and they just ask a girl like, "Do you eat ass?" or "Would you let your man eat ass?" and this and that or whatever, and you'll be amazed. Like I said, there's some people into it, and there's some people who don't want to admit it. But I think this happens to be like one of the top 5 sexual moments for these two individuals, or you just have that one person that you're able to really be your sexual self around.
I think that's what I need. Because
Because there are people out there love to be choked.
yeah, I
They
put
love
up
to
a
be-
post
yeah.
on Facebook about that too, about choking each other.
Yeah,
all
want to be
summer long.
spanked and stuff like he's like first one knock out first. Yeah, stupid as that. But it's just more lines again. Like you find a person in your lane, and this is why I tell communicate. Like if this works for you, there's somebody out there that love it.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, like this nigga is pleasing her on a massive level. Like he digging her ass, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. She ain't probably even feeling the fucking
Yo,
sweat.
you know what?
What she feeling is that dick in
That's
her
nasty.
gut is what she feeling right now.
Yeah, what she should be feeling is embarrassed that this meme
think so?
was made, and yes.
Oh, that's just like a guy who would drink a girl who squirts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like there are far to me worse things that can perspire or goes on or whatever situation may be. I don't think it's that bad. Me personally, I'm not looking in no chick's face. I wouldn't. And I have some really sexual fucking fuck up issues.
Yeah, you know.
But this doesn't fall on my spectrum.
Let me ask you this: if she asked you, would you do it?
It would have to be like I would have to be like super drunk. Super drunk. Like it was like 2012, 2013, I was dating this Puerto Rican chick. And when, she was drunk or when we was drunk was like the craziest sex I've ever had in my fucking life.
That's what I need.
So it was, so when you drunk, there's a lot of things that you may not do, or like you have to be in the mood for type situation.
Yeah.
Like, in Hackensack, there's a local bar there. I ain't gonna put the name out there. And, there's just this one night she just happened to go super hard. And mind you, I only lived like 6 blocks from the location. But we drove. And I'm driving back to my spot, and she's literally getting naked in the passenger seat. And the cop is right there to the left. So I'm like, all right, this shit ain't gonna be a fun night. He just looked, and I guess he was in a good mood. He just smiled and pulled off, But she was pretty much naked, walking. She started in the car, pulled my zipper down and everything. We're walking from the car to the porch. She's butt-ass naked.
That's so crazy.
We're fucking at the doorstep, up the steps.
Do guys
up
like
the
that
steps.
stuff? Look, let me take some.
Like I
notes.
said, the right situation or the right time, yeah. You know what I mean? You want that freakness or whatever. Like, normally there are things you would do, but like I said, when you drunk, you're like, yo, fuck this shit. Let's do it.
It's so funny because my baby daddy and I, we joke about this now. But when our son was conceived, it was on a Henny night. Henny Things Possible night. So when he used to call me and be like, Henny night, like I already knew what it was type shit. And he, jokingly said to me, we're not having no more Henny nights. And I was fine with that. But it is true. Like,
When you tip, like I said, a lot of things, because,
it's true.
I guess men and women always want to be looked upon as being wholesome to a certain extent to your mate. And, last thing you want to do, like, especially from a dude perspective, you want to, like, for those dudes who are like, yo, boo, just put a finger in my ass. Like, something like, but on a drunk night, like, a lot of shit, because you always say, like, drunk man tells no tales. And like people are so honest about how they truly feel when they're drunk because they're not able to filter the bullshit out. It's real. It's who they are. It's hello, I'm here.
That's
You know, instead of being, you know, nah, I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
and otherwise like, what took you so long? You know what I mean?
some of the best nights. You know?
Yeah, the best nights are those, you know what I mean? But, you know, a lot of times when people get like drunk, you ain't really having sex. One of y'all just throwing up or, you know, not in the mood, and the last thing you want to do is start pounding on somebody that ain't already feeling right. And
No, that's the best time to do it.
not really, like, you don't want no chick on top, and next thing you know, it's splat. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so there's a time to play, but there are other people who it doesn't bother them. It doesn't
Yo.
affect them.
I've been drunk. I've been drunk, but I'm not ever throw up drunk.
Okay.
I'm to the point where I want to. Like, I feel like if I do it, I'll feel better. But
Just swallow it down?
it just don't ever come up. It
Okay.
sits here.
Right.
You know, so like I always feel it, but I'm not a like drunk to the point where I'm vomiting. I want to. The room is spinning. I gotta put one foot on the floor type shit from keeping the bed from spinning in circles. I've been there. I've even been drugged. You know, which is kind of a little bit what I want to end my show with. But
You on some kidnapping shit. Like
yo,
I thought something was wrong with me. You
Listen,
just took my title with that shit.
I tell you what, it happened right at that bar on Cedar Lane in Teaneck, right down the street.
Well, you
from-
can't. Yeah, no. And that's another thing. I like that Spanish, the same chick.
Mhm.
She would never let a guy buy her drink.
See, yo,
Like if it's someone she knew, she cool. But I remember because like I would play pool and she'd be at the bar just chilling by herself. She was very beautiful, very sexy. Like she built like she was Dominican, but she was light skinned. She was straight Puerto Rican. And you know, dudes would always try to buy a drink. She was like, "Take that shit back."
yeah, nah.
Like
Yeah.
even if like, cause we started cool
Don't
before
do
we
it.
started, you know, fucking and shit.
Yeah.
But it was just more line. She would never take a drink. Niggas, all these niggas is trying to buy a drink. She was like, "Tell them no, thank you."
It wasn't that. It was we wanted to go outside to smoke a cigarette, and the bartender said that he would watch our drinks.
I don't know why you thought that.
Well, I was the only one that got spiked.
Well, here's the thing: unless he's sitting there doing this to your drink and not moving, it just takes a second for a person to reach, drop a pill. You hold the pill right up in here, in the thing, and all you gotta do is just open your finger, drop a pill, and next thing you know, it dissolves, and you know. But yeah, you gotta be careful with
That's some
that,
messed
ladies.
up
When
shit.
you at a bar, be careful about who you take drinks from.
Absolutely.
You know, that's just.
So, all right, a little off topic, off of the topic, and because we kind of blended it into what I wanted to talk about, which I didn't again make it into a whole big discussion on Facebook, was the whole Cardi B situation that's going on.
Oh, you gotta talk to me about that one.
Okay, so they found a video that surfaced from 3 years ago where Cardi B is bragging about drugging men at the strip club and robbing them. So they're trying to say, okay, if Bill Cosby is going to go to jail for something that he was accused of that happened years ago, Cardi B has this whole confession out saying, yeah, I've drugged niggas, I robbed them. I love Cardi. I love her. At the end of the day, I feel like there's a difference between what she did and what Bill Cosby did. And I still support her 100%. When you go into a strip club, you're going into a strip club to solicit sex.
Not really.
If you get robbed, that's on you.
I remember one time going into a strip club because I knew strip clubs had the strongest fucking drinks.
Yo, you know what? Yo, you're...
No, sorry, because like they figured the more, you know, nice you are, the more drunk, the more money you're gonna throw, the more money you're gonna spend. And technically, the baddest chicks in the bar are the bartenders. I mean, in the strip club are the bartenders. It's not the strippers.
I used to bartend at a strip club.
But it's just more lines of, I had to do some research on it, but drugging is drugging to me. There's no difference between her and Bill Cosby if that's the case. But I have heard that her and her ex-roommate are really going at it. Maybe her ex-roommate felt that, you know, maybe she held rent down an extra month or whatever the situation may be, and she feels she's entitled to something, or Cardi should look her out or whatever, and then the moment someone doesn't do it or they don't give you more money, all of a sudden all this shit start coming out the woodwork.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said, drugging is drugging. If that's something that was done, then yeah, they need to look into and investigate. But you're not gonna see any men coming forward.
There was.
You has to prove it. That's the part. That's the hard part.
Exactly. There was one guy who came forward with this long, sad story about how he was in this club in New York and he met Cardi and everything was okay. He paid $250 for a lap dance and while she was on his lap giving
$250 for a lap dance.
Yeah.
You lying, but go ahead.
He paid $250 for a lap dance.
That nigga lying, but go ahead.
While he was sitting there, she put something in his cup. And next thing you know, he woke up $850 going out of his pocket, and
that nigga lying.
Listen,
that nigga lying right there.
I say, get it.
Because all niggas know they leave your wallet in the glove box, locked. You walk in there with a couple of dollars, no credit card.
I say if his ass got and allegedly I don't recall seeing raped, but there's a lot of people making jokes about how she said that she raped the men as well, or the man said he was raped by her as well.
I do more research, but I mean, as sad as it is, and a lot of dudes don't come forward. Some dudes do get raped. They just don't want to come forward because it's like, all right, you're a man, you're strong, you're manly. How you gonna let a female rape you? You got a lot of dudes out there that aren't mentally strong.
Bro.
Or able to handle things like that.
Are not getting raped. That's the excuse men are giving us women to why they be fucking everybody. They be getting raped. Ain't no man gonna first of all, your dick gotta be hard. Okay, look.
I mean, real talk. You wanna go there. There are chicks that have been raped and they still climax by being raped.
Come on. Okay, first of all, they're not asking women if they're climaxing.
But I'm saying, if you're having sex and you're climaxing, it means you're enjoying yourself. But technically, you're not because you're being raped.
Who has ever admitted to being raped and it said that they had orgasm?
I gotta read a transcript. Many women who were raped, because like, especially when it's like that date rape shit, it was like, well, she climaxed. Well, just because she climaxed don't mean it wasn't rape. So it's like it could go so left or so right. But if she is giving drugs or whatever to individuals and robbing them, yeah, that's fucked up.
Listen.
But, she was a stripper. She was in the hood. She didn't always have money.
Right.
Strippers make good money, but, what a lot of people don't understand is like, okay, she had surgery. She's living in a certain lifestyle. She wants to look a certain way, and just because they bring a lot of money, when it comes in, it goes right back out.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's stacking, she's saving. She's always tried to take care of family, doing some other things or whatever. So, I mean, shit. We all know Cardi fucked a lot of niggas who paid her to do it. So it's just more lines of like, you did what you did. You're in a different place now. You don't have to do that no more.
Right.
But, I mean, look at Eve. There had so many niggas that bust Eve ass.
Yeah.
I happened to be in one location where she was getting her ass bust. And at the end of the day, now she's married to a fucking billionaire.
And he's white. Shout out to her. Those are the ones that be trying to get married.
Fucking filthy rich. Look at Salma Hayek. I ain't say she's a smut, but she's married to a billionaire.
Is he white too?
Yeah. Of course. Oh no, is he? I don't know, he may not be white, but I think he is.
Yo, if you're white, holla at me, please. Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, they're gonna do more investigation, unfortunately.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna let this shit go.
Of course
Cardi
not.
B is not going to jail for this.
Of course not, they're not. Because, you catch the backlash. It's that part of that whole Me Too movement. You know what I mean? The thing that with Jesse, all of a sudden now they don't want to prosecute. Something happened.
They didn't have enough evidence against him.
Yeah, all right. Something happened.
It was a publicity stunt.
You had so many people get indicted on less shit. Dead serious. On way more less shit, people get indicted.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they want to drop the case.
So
Come
what
on,
do you
people.
think?
Come on. I mean, technically, I never really was a fan of his anyway. I mean, I stopped watching the show after season 2. You know, season 1 to me was so spectacular because they had Timbaland.
Yeah.
And it was all based around the music.
Yeah.
That's what the show was based around, the music. And then all of a sudden they got away from that. They let Timbaland go. They brought other guys in. It's just like most people do with businesses. All right, it's super popular now. We don't have to spend that much for him now. We can bring somebody else in.
Okay. Yeah.
We could do this now. We could do switch this. We're still going to be popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, hopefully it's not true. Hopefully she was just, you know, talking shit and running her mouth. But that one dude said $250, $800, nigga, stop.
He walked into the strip club with over $1,000 in his pocket.
You fucked for $250. I give you that.
Probably.
But unless you go into one of those super upscale strip clubs, you're not spending $250 for no lap dance. That nigga lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm in the wrong field, and you know, I say, you know, these men are upset. They out here getting robbed. You hear about it all the time. They in a
Getting
hotel
robbed. They
room.
feel you
Tied
could walk
up to
anywhere and have
bed.
$1,000 in your pocket. But when that $1,000 was meant for something else,
You should have never left the house.
but it did. And now all of a sudden you start feeling guilty because you knew that money was meant for something.
You know, listen, my son will be 21 in November, and all he talks about is wanting to go to the strip club.
Don't do it, homie.
I keep telling my son, like, listen, you about to graduate school in October with your license to be an electrician, finish with the trade. You know, it's just not the wave. I've seen people, you know, that make good money blow an entire $2,000 paycheck at the strip club. It's unhealthy. My brother is one of them.
Does he got it? Does he have it? Or
I mean, he did at one point, you know, and shit happens. You know, at the end of the day, regardless, it's not worth it. Spend that money doing something else. Go buy a pair of sneakers or some shit.
I say this: if you got the money, blow it. I don't give a fuck. But if you're, no, seriously, because it's yours. You earned it. You worked whatever it is you did to earn it. Spend it how you want. But if you are supposed to pay bills, do something for the kids, take care of responsibilities, and instead of doing that, you're in the strip club, then no, fuck you.
Yeah.
But if you did all your handles, you took care of all your business, and you want to blow $2,000 in the club, nigga, make sure you the happiest nigga by the time you leave. Don't just do it wrong. Do it to where you the happiest motherfucker in there.
You're too much. Listen, I'm in the wrong field, and now I'm gonna get it together. I'm in the right field. I can't wait to go back to work sometime in June. Oh, I'm going to Disney the end of June.
Nice.
I'll let you know the dates. But I'm taking my kids to Disney with my income tax return.
Nice.
I was gonna get butt implants, but everybody made me feel guilty about it on Facebook. So
I ain't fucking with you.
listen, I'm dead serious. I was like, okay, either I get the Brazilian butt lift implant, or you know, I buy a new car. Everybody's like, why don't you do something with your kids? So I'm taking them to Disney. So that'll be fun for the 4th of July.
Nice.
So it's going to cost me a fortune, but that's what we're doing.
There you go.
All right, guys. So that was like this week's edition of A Grown Talk with Goddess. Listen, as a favor for one of my friends, my next week's show, and I didn't want to talk about it today because I didn't think it was appropriate, being that I'm just coming back. But I want to talk to guys that have been scorned by the whole child support system. This is very different for me, and I'm being asked a favor to, you know, bring more awareness to this. And considering it's not anything that I'm thinking about like today, which I could be thinking about tomorrow because I'm suffering from postpartum depression. But, you know, it's something that I definitely want to talk to men.
I'll be a good guess. I think child support is the best thing in the fucking world.
Yo, me too. And you know what? Yeah, I'm so happy that, you know, to hear this from a guy, because all I ever hear is it being bashed. You know, and I know men who've put themselves on it, but we're going to talk about that next week. And Truth already said that he'll be a good guest, so it'll be a deep conversation. If there's anybody watching who knows anybody who may want to come sit with me in Truth, that's fine. We can all talk about it. I happen to have just only one of my kids' fathers on child support, and he owes like 41 grand, so I don't get it. But, you know, the gesture has been made. I do not have the other fathers of my children on child support. And, you know, maybe I'll learn a thing or two about what I should be doing and what I'm doing wrong next week.
What's
So
up,
make
Goddess? I know, yeah, we're about to wrap up, but you can always go back on and see what you missed.
Yeah, Goddess, go on and check out my maternity pictures and the pictures of the baby. I had the baby. He's 3 weeks old. Thanks for tuning in. But, all right, you guys, I'm done. I got to go home. My daughter said the baby was, she texted me and said the baby was acting erratic, so I got to go home and be a mother again.
That's code for come get your motherfucking child.
Yeah, word, man. Like, damn. I paid top dollars for this babysitting service. I should be able to do
Come get your motherfucking kid.
I should be able to do a show and be going for longer than an hour and a half. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I got back into my whole comfort zone. Next week's show is going to be good.
Very good.
Tell your friends to tell their friends to sign up the notifications. I was so happy to hear that a couple of my friends told me and text me to let me know that they got the notification that the show's on. Always check my Facebook page because I do put the questions and the topics of the week on my Facebook page. So always check me out there and on my Instagram page as well. You are _goddess35. So check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truth, I forgot to give you your thank you for.
Oh man, always be good.
Giving
We're good.
me the time.
You
off
came
with
in
the
here,
baby.
it was like kiss my ass, but you know, other than that,
You know what? That's a lie.
I sent you the email. Oops.
Yo, you know what? He was good today because normally we'd be digging at each other, but he was good today.
Well,
I give him that. My
first show back. I
my
gotta be
first show
gentle.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next week I'll start again.
Next week we'll be hog-tied and pressured about stupid shit. Throwing jabs at me about why I'll never get married.
Pretty much.
Or be serious about being married. Even though I want to. One day. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in.
Show me substance, bring it on by. I really want nothing but a good time. I throw 'em out right all the time. I always pay a price too high. I'm ready for a fight, never flight, but I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know you have to only go for broke. You look good but act just like a hoe. You look good but I really want nothing